away. Quick steal by the Marauders. The jumper from outside. That's Miller, the freshman. His first offering is off the mark. So quick turnover and quick first missed shot of the ball game.
See Clark Atlanta coming out a little rattled. They'll just have to make sure they get their bearings here. But it's kind of difficult because these teams did not get a chance to have a real shoot-around or a real practice in this gym. So we'll see a little rustiness going on maybe in the beginning of this first half.
Rodney Simon, the senior from Boston, Massachusetts, with his first two of the ball game, and the Panthers get on the scoring column first. Central State with the basketball. Miller in the paint to the rack. Spins good for him, and a whistle inside.
And that's LeVar Miller, 6'3" freshman from St. Louis, just really confidently penetrated to the basket. He took that first shot. He didn't make it. Then he took it in. Nice way to solidify a point in the first half.
Marauders of Central State to the free throw line for the first time in this ball game. As a team, shooting 62% from the line, and they missed there. Panthers come away with the basketball. Trying to work it back down to the block if they can to Simon. They push it around the perimeter now. That 2-3 zone by the Marauders. They pop out down in the corner. Good pass on the inside. Spinner is good.
If you're
for Justin Longstreet.
If you're going to start with a 2-3 zone this early, you will have to make sure that you guard the gaps. That was such too easy of a cut, but nice penetration and finish.
This is Kashawn Key with the basketball. Now Marcus Steele handles in and outside of the paint. At the block, they work it inside. Lewis spreads left side, got it to the rack. And a violation in the paint by the Marauders. 4-2 early lead for the Panthers of Clark Atlanta. This is the first round of the 2022 SIAC basketball tournament. Just underway here from the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Charles Ward, Gotti Warima with the play call. Off shot there by the Panthers. Marauders come back the other way quickly. Top of the key. Jumper there by Dustin Davis. And correction, Willie Jackson on that basket for the Marauders.
That was a nice shot by Jackson. Just took his time and knocked that down. It's really going to be important to be patient and let the game come to you as they pace themselves with only 6 players.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be a factor in this ball game. Perhaps fatigue or maybe a foul situation will really drive Coach Davis maybe to a different level of coaching with only the 6 players out there to play. Up top with the jumper, three-pointer, looks good and is good by Shannon Smith. So Smith with a good square up top there, Gotti, for the basket.
Oh, yeah, Shannon Smith is coming in with the experience, and he knows what's at stake here. So they're looking for a lot of production from him.
Key missed. Leads to a break for the Panthers. In the corner, rattled another 3. This one by Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams is a freshman, and Coach was just saying how he comes in and he's just an excited player and gets the tempo really going. If he continues to knock these shots down, Clark will see themselves in a good position.
Back-to-back triples by the Panthers. They lead at 10-5. Out front with the shot is Miller. He's off the mark. Panthers want to stretch. Another three-point offering. This at the back of the rim by Smith. At the block, hard left side. Good hard move by Miller at the block to get the lay-in.
Nice hard penetration by Brad Lewis. Yeah, Coach was mentioning how he's one of the bigger guards, but they'll be playing in the post, and he's able to get down there and bang with the bigs.
Lewis able to get that basket for the Marauders. That trip down the floor. Whistles on the inside. Miller picks up the foul for
yeah, really being disciplined as Coach just teaches and being careful as you're playing defense. LeVar Miller is a great, productive player, so he has to be careful about those fouls early.
Yeah, the look you gave me was a reference to what we thought early on. If foul trouble became an issue for the Marauders, they've only got 6 addressed today, so 2 on Miller. You got to be very careful about that. Left corner with a jumper, back of the iron on the shot by Willie Jackson. Panthers, for their first time out, 57% from the floor. Season average for them is right at 41%, so a good start for Clark Atlanta. They lead at 10-7. Marauders have it on their end of the floor. Skip pass, top of the key. Jackson doubled, and a whistle. Foul going to be called on Vernice Serial. So Sorrell with his first foul. And Marauders will have it right of the cylinder. Team foul number 1 on the Panthers. Inside the paint, runner. Nicely done there by Brad Lewis, the freshman. Kind of a design play there from Coach Davis on the inbound pass, and it got Lewis free for the jump.
Perfectly executed.
Smith, top of the key. In the corner for 3. This is Longstreet. He's off, but the backside rebound with Smith on a putback. Shot didn't fall, but he will be going to the line for Clark Atlanta.
Yeah, Shannon Smith has been a little cold from the field right now, but he is one of the leaders for Clark, so we can see him heat up quickly. But what we don't want to do is send him to the free throw line. He's a pretty great free throw shooter, shooting at 78% from the line.
And misses on the first. Panthers 70% from the line as a team. And we highlighted Chris Martin for the Panthers of Clark Atlanta. Relatively quiet in these first few minutes of play in this first round of the SIAC tournament. But the newcomer of the year and second team all SIAC player, we will certainly be able to call his name at some point during this ball game.
Certainly.
And Panthers miss both free throws as the Marauders come back on the inside. Quickly up the floor now. CAU, Longstreet to the rack, shot rejected on the inside. Lewis with the block for the Marauders.
That is a great rejection by Lewis. They're really guarding the paint very strong, especially the penetration, taking a lot of chances with these blocks. Just have to continue to play disciplined on defense.
Lewis with his 18th block of the year, 17 during the regular season, first here in tournament play. Eric Reed on the floor now for Coach Bivens and the Panthers. Dumps it down at the block to Simon. Now Reed, running jumper right side, got to space and knocks it down for CAU. So instant offense from Reed coming off the bench.
Yeah, and he took his time with that, took the best shot available, but that's a great pass out by Simmons.
Steele inside the paint. Rimmed around and it fell off for him. They gave chase, but it'll belong to Clark Atlanta. So Marauders trying to get that second chance basket. Was not able to do so. CAU with the lead and the basketball. And there's the guy we talked about, Chris Martin, the newcomer of the year for the SIAC. Now over to Reed. At the block, Longstreet challenges, missed on the shot. Scramble on the floor. Players going after that basketball. Officials letting them go there momentarily, trying to see who would come away with it. They finally call the jump ball. Good scramble on the inside there by both teams.
Yeah, definitely. But we didn't miss Brad Lewis pick up another block. But, yeah, that hustle down there, both teams just down there going after it.
Yeah, that's just good, clean, hard play there.
Exactly.
Take another look at that. Boy, just arms flailing everywhere. You know, nobody's going for any kind of rough stuff, just going after that basketball, which is the way you should.
It's all about the hustle.
Whistles in the half-court set for the Marauders. As Javante Sterling gets set to check in for Clark Atlanta. He'll replace the senior Rodney Simon in their lineup. front, Lewis with the basketball. The freshman from Alabasta, Alabama. They work it on the inside to the rack. And the lay-in is good by Willie Jackson.
Willie Jackson committed to that penetration, but just playing tough down in the paint.
12:50 remaining in this first half of play. Panthers lead by 1 with the basketball. Out front for 3, back of the iron by Williams. Marauders with a chance to take a lead. Stepping back with the jumper. This one's off the mark by Jackson. So Jackson not able to convert for Central State. Longstreet for 3, bingo for the Panthers.
Nice knockdown by Justin Longstreet, but what I didn't see is any Marauder jerseys out there contesting that 3. You can't just give up open 3-pointers like that.
Looks like they're only going to give him 2 on that jumper in the corner there, though, Gotzi. So 14-11 lead for the Panthers of Clark at Atlanta. Chris Martin from just down the road in Charlotte, North Carolina, playing here at Rock Hill in the first round of the tournament. Reed across the floor, good pass. Good entry pass from Longstreet, easy basket by Sterling.
Sterling was wide open. There are just way too many gaps in this Marauder defense. And timeout on the floor. Marauders really need to regroup and tighten up that defense.
11:39 left first half, 16-11 lead. Panthers over the Marauders. Take a break here on ESPN+. Back live in Rock Hill, South Carolina. 11:27 left first half. Panthers with a 16-11 lead over the Marauders of Central State. Opening round of the 2022 SIAC basketball tournament. 5 ball games untapped for you today on ESPN+. Martin across the floor to Reed. Reed leans back, tries to bank it home, but he missed. Backside and another bank, this one on the left side by Williams, the freshman, and the bank was open for him. The largest lead of the ball game for the Panthers now, 7-point lead over the Marauders. Jackson tried the penetration, gives back to Key, out front with the jumper. That one's off the mark by Steele, and we go back to the other end of the floor. So Brad Lewis, the freshman, picks up that foul. Keep an eye on that foul situation for the Marauders with such limited personnel for today. 2 on Miller, and Lewis just picked up his first, and Keyshawn Key has 1 for the Marauders as well. Only dressed 6 today. Whistles and a turnover by the Panthers in a half-court set. Take a look at Coach Antonio Davis down at the bottom of the screen there. He made the decision that some of the players that were late for pregame today, that he would not let them play just to keep his moniker of being disciplined as a team in play.
Exactly. He's about discipline and paying attention to detail as well as accountability. He's excited about this challenge, but he definitely wants to make sure that the guys are doing the right things all the way here to the end. And he is putting his money where his mouth is with that.
Entry pass by the Marauders. Tie up on the inside. Coming away was Key with the basketball, but taken away by the Panthers. Shannon Smith, left corner to Reed. No, correction over to Martin. Now down at the block to the lefty again. Jalen Williams to the glass left side.
Jalen Williams really good around the basket with the Marauders.
Spark last couple of trips down the floor.
Yeah, and despite their record, the Panthers have been having a great season. These guys played really hard, and we're seeing that right now.
Inside the paint. Marauders convert after the timeout. Exactly what you want to see after a timeout is a set play from Coach Davis, and the Marauders got a basket on the inside by Steele.
Exactly, especially when you've been struggling a little bit. This hopefully will change the momentum for them.
Freshman of the year, Martin inside the paint, nowhere to go. Back to Reed for three, knocks it down for Clark Atlanta. Only 2 on that basket by Reed, though.
Beautiful shot, and what the Marauders don't want to see is the Panthers get hot.
Left side to the rack, nice spinning shot there by Brad Lewis, the freshman, for the basket.
He's a 6'4" freshman, but he plays really big.
Basketball will belong to the Panthers. Shane Purley, the senior from Brooklyn, New York, out on the floor now for Clark Atlanta. Martin from way downtown on the three-point offering, missed on the shot. Rebound cleared by Jackson for the Marauders. Lead behind inside the paint, and the Central State will turn this one over. Panthers saying it's their basketball. Coach Bivens pleading with the officials just in front of the bench. But that plea falls on deaf ears as the basketball belongs to the Marauders, but the Panthers took it away. Left side to the rack on the reverse lay-in. The spinner is good by Chris Martin.
Just so impressive with that penetration and finishing on the reverse end.
So Martin, his first points of the ball game on a beautiful reverse layup. Back the other way. Reed can't get that soft shot to fall on the cylinder left side.
You hear Coach over here telling his team to run the play. There hasn't been many sequences here, and I think when they run their plays, they're much better because they get some spacing going.
Shot there is off the mark. Munford missed on that one. But back the other way. Panthers score again.
Like you mentioned, it wouldn't be long before we would be saying Chris Martin's name. He just hustles, and he's just so quick. He's able to get out in front of defense and finish in traffic.
Underneath, nice crossover step there. Steele with the basket. .46 left, first half. Opening round of the SIAC playoffs. Chris Martin across the floor to Reed. Smith up top. Runner left side, missed on the shot, but followed it nicely. They didn't pick him up to block him out. And Shannon Smith able to, on second effort, get the shot for the Panthers.
And Smith is able to get those because he's just a hustle player. He will follow his shot. He will go in and rebound, and he just has that high energy. You can see as he on both ends of the floor.
Lewis out top. Spinner is off the mark for him. Shannon Smith with the quick step for CAU. Reed pushes left side in traffic with the bounce pass and threw it away. Marauders had a 2-on-1. They'll keep that intact, and to the rack with the lay-in for Central State. That's Dustin Davis, the freshman.
Great way to gain composure and make sure he finishes that. Every possession is going to be really important.
Purley out front.
Marauders staying in this 2-3 zone.
Here's Martin with 8 to shoot. Cross dribble underneath to the rack. Missed on the right-handed lay-in. Good defensive effort by Central State on the inside that trip. At the block, they work it to Key. Key with a beautiful lay-in left side. His body was already on the right side of the cylinder, but able to get back and lay it in left hand.
Yeah, Keyshawn, he's a 6'3" sophomore from Cleveland, Ohio. Just really nifty around the basket.
A little acrobatic move for the two there. 28-21, Panthers lead it. They have the basketball. Smith fires a three. Missed on the shot, backside with the play call. Marauders trailing 28-21. They have the basketball after the timeout. In the paint, Davis almost lost a dribble there, but able to get it out front to Miller. Now Davis with the head fake, got space for the jumper. Backside iron, and the rebound cleared by Martin, but Martin threw it away. Miller for three, and he makes the Panthers pay for the turnover.
You can tell he just felt that. He didn't have to wait for anybody to come down. He said, I got this, coach.
Guys, take a break. I'll be back with you momentarily after I do this little business here. Right?
Exactly.
Foul line jumper there, and that shot's off the mark. Ty Jeremiah.
And we might see some of that because these teams didn't really get a chance to get the shots up like they would want to in a typical practice or a shoot-around. And with playing in a different gym on a floor, depth perception, light, we might see a few air balls throughout the tournament.
Head fake whistle there. And it's like Jackson took the A train there on the travel. Take a look at that replay.
Yeah, just an extra step there. But look, when you're that deep in the paint, just go up for a shot. Take a chance.
Martin behind the arc, left side. Now Smith handles, running jumper, front of the iron. Again, he gets his own rebound. Missed on the second offering, this time down the floor, though.
Right, he's missed a couple of times, but that might not be the case throughout the game. The Marauders really have to get more disciplined defensively as far as boxing out, finding a man, because down the stretch, this could hurt him.
Whistles. Got some contact here. Shot behind the arc. They call it on Martin. Martin kind of tied up with Willie Jackson away from the basketball.
As you can see, there was a penetration there. I don't think the foul was on the shot. It was
no, it was out front here behind the arc, just to the left of the screen. Can't see it there. But it was Martin kind of tying up Willie Jackson, and they get Martin for the foul. .402 left first, half a play. More men's action coming your way next on ESPN+. It'll be the 4th seed out of the East, the Wildcats of Fort Valley, meeting in the 5th seed out of the West, the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Day 1 of the SIAC tournament, opening round. Lewis. Hawking defense there by Pearlie as the Marauders try to penetrate in the inside by Davis. But they come away empty. Panthers back the other way. Foul on the CAU end of the floor.
And Rodney Simon is back in the game. He's
of the women's and men's basketball championships. 1934, the first year for men's basketball tournament action in terms of crowning a champion. As a floater inside the lane is good by Pearlie. So Pearlie with the basket. There's the CAU Panthers, a 6-point lead. Women's basketball tournament action started in 1979. Back the other way, good reverse lay-in on the inside by Keyshawn Key. Benjamin Raspberry, the freshman, getting set to check in for Coach Bivens next time out. Smith inside the paint, tried to leave it behind left side, but a turnover on the pass.
Clark has extended their defense to a full man.
Good challenge down low with that CAU defense by Simon.
Hey, good hustle by Wag there.
Left corner with the jumper, front of the iron by Martin. Martin, though, comes away with the basketball, and he got the lay-in inside the paint.
And we just talk about how tough Smith is in the paint. Like, he just doesn't give up. We see him now over there wincing and limping a little off as he is accepting a sub. But, yeah, the hustle in the paint by Clark as Martin puts up that three-pointer, and we see Smith there just among the trees, knocks that down with the sharp pass.
You could see Smith kind of grimace after he got that rebound. That he was hurt at that point, but still headsy enough to get that pass over to Martin for the lay-in.
Oh, yeah, and Martin missed that three-pointer, but he cut right to the basket, getting right back in the action.
Gotta like that. That's where you play that half-court set. You continue to play it until the other team gets a rebound. If they don't, you keep working. Good example of what Smith did on that play to get that second shot opportunity for CAU with the basket by Martin. So across the floor, Miller getting set to inbound it, but the official's going to confer before that. 32-26 CAU with the lead. They've led most of this first half. The largest lead has been 11 for Clark Atlanta. At the block, give and go on the inside, but the Panthers step in the lane and take it away. Martin pushes quickly to the rack left side, and he got the lay-in.
Another great penetration by Chris Martin, but the Panthers have been doing a really great job at controlling the tempo of this game. Their defense is fueling their offense.
As they try to go back inside, the Marauders do steal, not able to finish on that lay-in. Basketball to CAU down low. Hustling LeVar Miller knocked it free, but out of bounds. Able to stay with Clark Atlanta. Dustin Davis back out on the floor for Coach Davis and the Marauders. Purley, inbound play. Raspberry back to Purley, nicely done. And Purley able to convert the assist to Raspberry. Nice job by him to recognize the open man.
Yeah, and for Central, you can't just have your back to the basket when there's an inbounder back there. You have to have that court awareness and see where everyone is.
Raspberry with the steal knocked it free to Longstreet. He missed. There on the putback though, right side is Rodney Simon.
Look, Simon is not 6'9" for nothing. He gets in there and he knows how to bang.
So the Panther lead now 38-26. Jumper from outside, and that one's knocked down by the junior, Willie Jackson. Jackson thumped it, 38-29 now, after that basket. Martin to Purley. Longstreet. Martin, jumper, right side, missed. Rebound, Simon though. Back to Martin, this time behind the arc for three, off the mark. Another rebound by Raspberry and another look for CAU. Simon at the block, Longstreet for three. Can't find that one, tapped around, and Marauders finally come out of there with the basketball. Three looks that trip down the floor for CAU.
Man, the way that these Panthers hustle, you have to find a body, or else you'll be subjected to
just repeated shots. It would go down to 7 seconds left. Whistles there. They collide near the free throw line, and it looks like Dustin Davis may have gone knee on knee with one of the Panther players, and he is down.
Oh man, I hope he's okay.
Already short-handed with just 6 players dressing.
Yes, but the second and third chance opportunities at the basket, you just have to limit that if you're the Marauders.
4.5 seconds left in this first half. And Davis being looked at by Coach Davis and assistant Kelvin Gaines, but just a real hard shot, that knee on knee. They're trying to see if they can get him up, and they do so. We'll see how much pressure he's actually able to put on that knee. It's his left knee. As you can see it there, he's walking very gingerly on that.
Knee to knee or knee on thigh, man, any of that is so painful.
Longstreet came over to give him a fist pump, and so did Purley for the Panthers of Clark Atlanta. Great sportsmanship being shown there by CAU. So Lewis to shoot for Central State. And there, Coach Davis had a chance to choose which player would be shooting for the injured Dustin Davis. And he comes with Lewis to shoot the free throws. Lewis, just 45% from the free throw line. Got the first one for the Marauders.
And Dustin Davis with this injury, I mean, hopefully he's okay and is able to come back, but that leaves the Marauders with just 5 players, and the stakes are way higher.
Antes things up a bit. Latter stages of that first half of play, and don't see him on the bench now as we get set to start the final 20 minutes, Gotti.
Hopefully he doesn't get down to a situation of any fouling out, but the Marauders have been bringing it. They're conserving themselves on energy defensively by going in the zone.
And here they get a steal there and a flyaway by Marcus Steele on the other end. So the steal by Steele and the basket.
It's going to be really important to set the tone in this first 5 minutes of the game with both teams knocking down shots, just really focusing and connecting.
Longstreet finished that first half out with the buzzer beater for the Panthers and connects on his first offering here in the second half. 10-point lead for Clark Atlanta. They'll show zone defense now. Marauders push it across the floor. Left corner with the jumper. Willie Jackson's off the mark. Smith clears, bounce pass up the floor and threw it away. Lewis on the inbound line, far side of the floor, so the Marauders in turn do the same. They turn it over. See that bounce pass there, just Smith not able to catch up with Longstreet, who was streaking right side.
Yeah, trading turnovers, you really gotta, important to take care of the game. We talked about in the first 5 minutes, setting the tone. You don't want to get a bunch of turnovers.
At the break, it was 7-6 in terms of turnovers. Central State with 7, Panthers with 6. Terrell got it to Longstreet. Longstreet inside, but he shot the air ball and out of bounds. Winner of this ball game will meet the Magicians of Lemoyne Owens College tomorrow at 12 o'clock in SIAC action.
Shannon Smith got his hand in there, deflecting the ball, and got a quick turnover.
Following that protocol. Panthers with the basketball after the timeout. So all over to Smith. Now Longstreet takes a turn. 8 to shoot for Clark Atlanta. Longstreet behind the arc, fires. The rimmer's off the mark. Rebound cleared backside by LeVar Miller. Left side behind the arc. Jackson not able to knock down a three-pointer. Smith, left side, nicely done on the pass. Jalen Williams, as he did in that first half, got good positioning at the block on the left block and got the lay-in.
Yes, he's really good in the post, takes his time and just waits for the play to develop because he was wide open down there.
Smith with the rejection of the putback by Lewis, but a whistle. It'll stay with the Marauders on the inbound. Keith set to do that. In the corner, another good-looking shot there by Miller. Just won't stay down for him. He missed that one.
Marauders are not getting any second chance opportunities, so being efficient with the shot is going to be really important. We see some aggressive play there in the middle in the post. I like it.
Longstreet back to Smith. Now at the block is partially deflected. Marauders give chase and the basketball over to Central State. Coach Bivens and the rest of the Panthers cannot believe that the call was made in Central State's favor, and the official that made the call waves it off and saying that it was indeed Clark's basketball. You see that down the line and a reaction from the bench.
Yeah, Keyshawn hustled down there, but no one else touched it.
So CAU keeps it there into the floor. 17 to shoot. Now down to 9. Trying to get it down low to Simon. He's there, turns with the jumper, missed on the shot. Good square out down low. Basketball over to the Marauders. Don't know if we have a replay of that, but if you want to talk about textbook blocking out, Willie Jackson doing a fine job here. Check him down at the block here. Just squaring up and keeping the taller Simon out of the play.
Exactly, and with a body like Simon's, that's what you're going to have to do.
I'm sitting here asking if we got a replay. I forgot it's James Crenshaw that's handling our production today, so of course he's got it.
He's on it.
Triple. This time Miller finds the range. Last couple of offerings, he had a good look. They wouldn't stay in, but this time he's on cue.
And you always play better defense when your offense is just on fire.
Whistles out front, this one against the Panthers. Bill Sports and Events Center. 15:37 remains in this basketball game. First round action from the 2022 SIAC basketball tournament. Panthers with a 44-35 lead over Central State. Marauders with the basketball. Gotti at the start of the second half. It's a stark difference from what we saw in that first half. Shooting percentage for the Marauders at the first time out. They're down to 28% as Jackson knocks down a jumper for Central State.
Yeah, and we talked about at the half the rebound difference. Right now, Clark Atlanta has 31 rebounds to Central 14, and that is a huge deficit. Of course, the Marauders are short on men, but it's important to go ahead and get up in there, especially when your shots are not connecting.
Jackson able to hit that last jumper. He's got 10 in the ball game. The rimmer inside the paint's off the mark, but there is Simon again. Jalen Williams able to convert on that lay-in for Clark Atlanta.
And that was another offensive rebounds for Jalen Williams, and they're making it easier for these big men.
Back down low. Pass on the inside, tied up with Lewis, but it'll stay with Central State.
Yeah, that was a good cut by Brad Lewis, but when you have a body like Rodney Simon down there, 6'9", who's really good with blocking around the basket, you just have to make sure you're able to get over him.
LeVar Miller redefining a long-range three-point shot here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Almost at the South Carolina-North Carolina border with that three-pointer, knocked it down for the Butters. Williams head fake, goes underneath. The spinner's off the mark for the lefty. For the rebound by Sorrell, and he's fouled inside the paint. So another second chance opportunity for CAU on their end of the floor. But watch the three-pointer by Miller. He backs out and drains.
Beautiful step back right there. Look, and when they make it, it's all good. He took Smith and he did the fake and he made sure to put that shot up. But, you know, we know that these athletes can shoot, but it really is going to come down to the rebounds. It's not the free throws. It's really not anything else because they're hustling on both ends of the floor. You're getting that energy and that pace, but the rebounds, can't say it enough.
Because of a rebound, Panthers go to the free throw line. They convert 1 of 2 from the line. 47-40 lead for Clark Atlanta. Slight run here by the Marauders to cut into it. But trailed by 10 at the first time out of the second half. Half-court set for Central State. At the block. Doubled there. Panthers come away with a steal, but Smith lost it. In the corner. Good defensive effort by Shannon Smith for Clark Atlanta.
Yeah, he's one of the better defensive players there. As you can see, recovering, making sure not to foul, just getting his hands in the lane. Good deflection.
Sure, plays with a lot of tenacity. As you take a look at him reacting to that call. So, man, reward me for my defense, all right? Marauders will have it, though, with 13:33 left in this contest. The winner advances. Lewis at the block, left side, fighting to the rack and a whistle down low. Willie Jackson, the junior, just challenging the much taller Rodney Simon at that left block.
Yeah, that's great patience there. He didn't see the first look pump fake and was able to just go up strong. He's 6 feet down there. He doesn't look that big down there, especially standing next to Simon. But to hold his position and to go up strong, that's really important.
First free throw attempt by Jackson's off the mark. Central State in this basketball game, 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Yeah, they haven't been to the line many times, but that's one way that they can change the pace of the game, really attack these Panthers, try to absorb some of those fouls and get to the line.
Jackson 1 of 2 that trip. 6-point lead for Clark Atlanta. Smith lost his dribble. Newcomer of the year, Martin, tried to bounce it inside the block, and it goes out of bounds off of Central State. Smith out front, 8 to shoot now for CAU. Purley backpedals. Martin fires a 3 and bangs it home for Clark Atlanta. They needed a big basket there with the time running out on the shot clock. They went to you-know-who, and he answered.
He came through, shooting about 33% from the 3, but knocked that down.
Yeah, right back the other way is the junior Willie Jackson for the Marauders. So they trade licks on the 3-pointers.
Yeah, he said, I got an answer for you.
Martin across the floor to Purley. Purley draws the defense, foul line extended over to Smith now. 10 to shoot, back out front, Martin raises for 3 again. Front of the iron, had a good look there. Second chance opportunity again at the block. Jalen Williams got the rebound on the putback, he was fouled.
Brad Lewis, that's about his 3rd block right there. As you can see, he went up, he missed it, but he didn't give up on it and made sure that he defended the basket.
CAU turns it over. Miller trying another long-range 3-pointer. This one left on the front of the iron.
And there's a lot of excitement, but Central State has to get some plays going, has to get a system going in order to position themselves to get rebounds.
Smith had his entry pass taken away. 2-on-1 for the Marauders. Another triple. Banked this time, but it's off the mark by Miller. There's a putback coming to the right side, and Willie Jackson yells out after the lay-in.
Hey, I'm excited too. Great crash, and he went up strong. That's what you need to do.
Marauders just sensing something here. Only 5 players dressed now. Davis took an injury shot late in the first half, so he's not back out there. Top of the key, inside Martin. Had it.
On those shots, as Chris Martin right here knocks down his free throws. The Panthers have extended to a zone press to just try to put more pressure on and stop the shots.
Yeah, kind of recognizing that they've got only the 5 players on to even work with this afternoon. Panthers trying to up the level of play, the intensity, perhaps get them into an issue where they're tired on the floor. 10:59 remains. Conversely now for the Panthers of Clark Atlanta, the first time out of this second half, they were up near 40% shooting, but now at just 31% shooting from the floor. We saw that they just had a little lull in the offense, and that's allowed Central State to cut into their lead. Foul line extended, and there is Jackson again with a basket.
Yeah, the level of confidence that he's playing with right now is really remarkable, and it's really pushing the team to turn it up.
Jackson only averaging 10 points per ball game on the regular season as Simon goes underneath and gets that basket for Clark Atlanta.
Mental mistake right there, leaving Simon open under the basket, especially when he's able to get the ball. They just got to tighten up that defense.
Half court set for Central State. Steele handles over to Miller now. 10 to shoot for Central State. inside the paint. Jackson working inside and a whistle. They're going to get Chris Martin on the inside for the foul.
And Willie Jackson just held his position there, looking for his shot on the inside where he plays really big and is able to draw that foul.
Yeah, Chris Martin screaming, I was vertical. I just went straight up. But they hit him for the foul. Central State will have the basketball on the floor, though. That's Chris Martin's 4th personal for Clark Atlanta. Across that, Sterling trying to sweep it in left side, but the shot's off the mark, partially deflected by Simon. CAU quickly up the floor. Martin with the right hand on the left side, and he got the lay-in.
That aggressive penetration in Martin is really remarkable, especially we
trading at 56-48. From outside, rim creased there by Miller on the long three-pointer. Basketball back to the Panthers as a result. Martin again underneath to the rack, got it to the cylinder, drew the foul on the inside. Just look at his face, you see the intensity. He knows he's ready to challenge. Good cross dribble there, hard to the rack.
Yeah, and Brad Lewis does an incredible job blocking, but Chris Martin was just able to maneuver his body and get the best shot off. But yeah, Brad Lewis just has to be careful down there. Just play really smart, especially since they only have 5 players.
Martin got both from the line for CAU.
And I believe that's Brad Lewis's 4th foul. With 9 minutes left.
Long way to go. That was number 4. No substitutions here. Backside, whistles. Stepping on the inbound line was Lewis. That trip down the floor, so the turnover gives it back to Clark Atlanta, and they have quietly taken their lead back to 10 points. Martin pushes back the long street, rains up a three-pointer for the Panthers. Just what the Panthers wanted. They concentrated so much on Martin last couple of trips. He made him pay down inside the paint. They doubled him up on the inside, and he found Longstreet free for 3.
Exactly. Good job by Longstreet to be ready.
Errant shot by Jackson. Panthers with the basketball. Foul line extended. This is Sterling. Missed on that shot. Jackson behind the arc, fires, bounced around and missed on the three-pointer. Basketball finally chased down now by Simon and Clark Atlanta. Longstreet again for 3, this one front of the iron. Simon with the rebound, and they're put back inside for Clark Atlanta.
Playing big down low and keeping it simple.
Second chance basket for the Panthers. They lead it now 63-48. All the way through right side, and a whistle on the penetrate with 7:44 left in the contest.
Yes, a lot of players have stepped up. Justin Longstreet in double digits, Chris Martin, of course, Jalen Williams, but Rodney Simon, he's down there with 10 rebounds. I mean, 42 to 21 rebounds for Clark Atlanta. Just really dominating down in the paint.
1 of 2 from the line for CAU there. Or for the Central State Marauders, so 63-49 after the 1 free throw. Martin pushes across the floor to Purley. Purley lost it momentarily, but threw it right over to the Marauders. They got a 3-on-1. Cross dribble, good Euro step there, and a nice lay-in by Willie Jackson.
Good hustle to make it look pretty, but to also finish.
So Jackson with 20 now for the Marauders of Central State. Martin behind the arc, tries to push it down to Sterling. He'll work inside the paint and got the little crip shot for the basket for CAU. Panthers just wearing the Marauders down inside the paint. Sterling with that basket. Whistles down low.
A good hustle by Keyshawn Key under the basket, especially going up against a 6'9", and able to grab that rebound. Get yourself a second chance opportunity.
So Sorrell back out on the floor now for the Panthers of Clark Atlanta. As Pearlie, the senior, takes a seat. Jackson fires quickly. Rimmers off the mark. Longstreet clears up the floor now. Sterling in the paint, had it taken away by the Marauders. They just doubled him inside the paint and just took it away. Jackson, head fake, foul line extended. Simon rejects that shot. Nice hustle there by Jackson, but he lost it over to Sorrell. Panthers 3-on-1. Sterling loses it out of bounds and heads back to Central State.
They lost that in the paint, but I really like the unselfish basketball. Like, they're not afraid to make that extra pass. Right here, you can't go straight up against Simon. You're going to have to pump fake and also take a step through. But, yeah, they just have to connect on that.
So back the other way now, down at the block. There's Simon with another ejection.
Block party.
Yeah, that's what we got, yeah. Martin, they left him alone. He'll make him pay.
Ooh, he's just so sweet with that shot. and blew a kiss right after. He just knows it's good.
Well, they dropped off of him, left him foul line extended.
Yeah, can't do that.
Jumper back the other way behind the arc. This is Steele with the basket.
You can see the fatigue setting in for Central State, but they're staying connected. Have switched to a man-to-man.
Martin behind the arc, thought three, but kicks it back out to Sorrell instead.
Excuse me, a matchup zone.
This is Longstreet, foul line extended, and he answers.
And he had a hand in the face. That was just a good shot.
Yeah. 4:50 remains. Out front, Miller. Behind the arc, Jackson spins a three-pointer, good for the Marauders.
A great shot. He is really connecting.
He is having a good first-round game for the Marauders. But they still trail at 69-57 with 4:28 left in the ball game. Longstreet foul line again. Results the same.
And it looks like he just trotted in there and got his shot off. I would like to see a little more aggressive defense from Central State, but I know that's a lot to ask with 5 players on the floor.
Just getting ready to make that same point, Gatti, that you're starting to see perhaps some fatigue now. Shot in the corner, that one's left short by Steele. So both ends of the floor not as aggressive on the defensive end, and you're seeing some of these long shots coming up short. Yeah, Central State.
Exactly, because naturally Central State would be up in defense, putting a lot more pressure, but Clark Atlanta is able to take advantage of playing the gaps and really just taking their time because of it.
Longstreet trying it again. Missed on the shot, but Sterling at the block got 10 women's action from the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Marauders trailing at 71-57. 3:23 left. See if they have one last push at it. Jackson at the block, doubled. Back out front on the inside on the penetration now is Lewis, and a whistle inside.
Great penetration, and we've been seeing a lot more of that in the last few minutes, and that's smart. Take it to Central. Let them work and let them foul you. Get to the free throw line. Don't make your life so hard. There you see Jackson. He wanted to shoot it, but great cut by Brad Lewis to provide him an outlet.
So Lewis from the line got the first of 2. Winner of this ball game advancing to tomorrow's round against the Magicians of Lemoyne-Owens College. Magicians finished 3rd in the East, and they will meet the winner of this ball game out of the number 6 in the East and number 7 in the West. Panthers 6th in the East and Marauders 7th in the West. Getting close to the answer of which team will advance. Marauders took it away on the inside, and they come back the other way. Still in the corner, Jackson almost traveled, pushes back out to Miller. Miller missed on the long three. He had that one to kind of excite the crowd here early in the second half, but it's gone pretty cold since then.
Yeah, just unable to connect, trying to make it up on defense. But we see the Panthers here controlling the tempo by just slowing it down, running some time off of the clock, and just trying to develop their play.
Martin went for 3 there, missed, but backside by Simon. And they'll get another look. Sorrell with the underneath lay-in right side.
That was pretty.
Sorrell with the dipsy-do for the lay-in. Back the other way, hard with the left-hand lay-in. Is still answering for the Marauders of Central State. So a minute 56 remaining. Coach Davis, after the basket, took the timeout with its Marauders trailing. And it's been a recurring theme all game long. Second chance opportunities for Clark Atlanta. And look at the hard push there, and I got you there.
Yeah, they're taking their time and creating spacing so that they can get the penetrations and let their plays develop. And on the other end, we have Steele, who's just seeing what opportunity he has, sees the ISO, and goes up strong. Nice focus and nice finish there. 14 points for the freshman, having to step up big. A lot of these players, their first time in the conference tournament, the excitement, the change in environment, just being able to adjust quickly, and especially Central State with a limited amount of players. But they're stepping up to the plate, and I like the way these guys are performing.
Under 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. Men's action to follow after this contest on ESPN+. It'll be the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State and the Wildcats of Fort Valley. Number 4 in the East, the Wildcats, and number 5 in the West, the Thoroughbreds. Sorrell down in the corner, Longstreet. Floater to the rack, he left it short, but he gets the rebound and another look for the Panthers.
Panthers doing a reset, try to get some spacing so they can get some action, making that extra pass.
And it pays off. Longstreet behind the arc. Right side got the jumper.
Hey, that happens. That's what happens when you're patient.
Miller misses in the right corner. Out front, this is
The Grambling State in the SWAC where he played basketball.
So after the timeout, Sorrell across the timeline. Marauders trying to step up the pressure, hoping for a turnover. It looks like they've gotten one. Jackson's fouled in the backcourt by Jalen Williams. So Marauders did exactly what they wanted after that timeout. They were patient on defense, looking for a turnover, and they got it.
Exactly. Their first time pressing in the game, and it worked in their favor. Of course, they had to save it until the end, but that aggressive defense always produces something good.
So Marauders now across the timeline, Steele with the Euro step, missed on the inside, backside a rebound to the cylinder, shots off the mark by Key, and CAU finally clears. Sorrell to Martin. Tipped out of bounds by Central State. It'll stay with CAU. So the Panthers appear to have weathered the storm by the Marauders. And the Panthers going to avenge that loss to the Marauders in the regular season with a win here in the first round of the tournament. Martin tied up by Steele and Miller. And Miller going to be hit for the foul. Most of this is all academic now. So down low, Sterling left free for the easy flush for the Panthers as Marauders are concentrating out front. Blocking foul on Martin.
And that's his 5th.
So Martin, there's one downside to his ball game today is that he fouled out, but he only fouled out with 16 seconds left.
Exactly. He played with great discipline because he had 4 fouls with 9 minutes to go.
Good call. Absolutely right. He had those 4 early in the second half. Still try the reverse and trailing with the block is Raspberry. So we have our first game just about in the books here for the 2022 SIAC tournament. And it's the Panthers of Clark Atlanta getting set to advance in the tournament over the Marauders of Central State. Lead behind for Sterling with another flush.
He had to get one more before the end of the game. Oh, this.
And the steal by Williams will